guys, what's going on? This is Ryan. Today we're going to be talking about my Sega Dreamcast collection and everything I have in it. A lot of great games are on the Sega Dreamcast. In my opinion, it's a highly underrated console. Got tons of great stuff, tons of great fighters, shooters, 3D action platformers. So yeah, we'll delve into my collection and see what I have. Start things off, we've got some really cool Bleem for Gran Turismo. Basically what you would do is take the PS1 game and put it in your Dreamcast after inserting this disc, and it'll allow you to play that game basically with up-res graphics, much better detail, sharper. I mean, it's really cool. And then you got Tekken 3 Bleemcast. And then you've got Metal Gear Solid 1. So, had to have those. Huge Dreamcast fan. I've got a vast majority of the library of the Dreamcast. Got the King of the Fighters, Street Fighter Third Strike. That's a really good one right here. Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves. King of the Fighters Evolution, Fighting Force 2. Meh. It's okay. I like the first one better. Zombie Revenge, Slave Zero, Spider-Man, my favorite. Spider-Man port, the original Spider-Man 3D. It's my favorite port. It's obviously the best looking. Gauntlet Legends, Outrigger, Sword of the Berserk, Dynamite Cop, Omicron, Urban Chaos, Psychic Force 2012, Heavy Metal Geomatrix, Spawn, huge fan of Spawn. This is kind of like what really kind of got me into collecting the Dreamcast again after all these years. I played it a lot as a kid because I knew people that had it, but I never had one of my own. But all the games for the Dreamcast always kind of like spoke to me because there was always something good. And they got a fairly decent Resident Evil clone carrier. Yeah, Quake 3, Mach X. It's one of the few Atlas games actually on the Dreamcast. You got some Japan-only exclusives, but it's really cool. And you can tell, obviously, the guy that did the Persona series actually was responsible for the art direction. Legacy of King Soul Reaver. In my opinion, this is the best version to have right here. It's got some of the enhancements from the PC port, and that's just really good. Shadow Man, this is obviously the best version of this. I put a lot of time in the PS1 version back in the day. It's kind of tricky, you know how some of these early 3D games can be. Got Shenmue, original. This is everybody knows Shenmue. It's a great game. Yeah, we got some more rare stuff here. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for the Dreamcast. It's a pretty pricey one. Got Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil Code Veronica, Dino Crisis, Ring Terror's Realm, Ill Bleed. Yeah, it's a great one. Really cheesy, kind of pulp film, B-horror movie type game, but it's really good. Kind of the same with Death Crimson as well. Blue Stinger is definitely a cheesy B-movie horror game, but it's intentional. Mortal Kombat Gold, which is actually the Mortal Kombat 4 with all the enhancements from the PC version. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That one's really gone up in price recently. Really crazy fighter. I watched a bit of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime. I haven't really got into the manga, but you know, I have easier access to the actual anime. And Dead or Alive 2, Power Stone. These are pretty pricey. First one's not so much. A lot of people don't really like the first one as much as they like the second. I mean, I could see what they're saying, but I mean, it's not by any means saying it's a bad game. You got Power Stone 2, which is obviously the more superior game. You know, it's mainly because the actual arenas are a lot larger. It kind of makes a big difference. You got more characters. Soul Calibur 2, this is a classic for the Dreamcast, and if you have a Dreamcast, this is a must-own. I think it's one of the best-looking games on the Dreamcast, and I think it probably one of the best playing. Yeah, Capcom versus SNK, Marvel versus Capcom 2. This is my all-time favorite fighting game. And this is probably the best version to have. I don't have it on any other console because it's just getting kind of expensive to pick up. You got Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes. Really good. I think it's probably the visual style is probably a little bit better than Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but you know, it's all 2D. You don't have the 3D backgrounds. You got Techromancer. You got Last Blade 2, Heart of the Samurai. That's a SNK fighter. There's actually a few SNK games on the Dreamcast. Soul Fighters, Virtual on well, I'm not gonna try to butcher that. But that's a really good game. They also have a game on the Saturn that's really good as well, and one on the PS2, surprisingly. Plasma Sword. It's a 3D fighter. It's actually a sequel to Star Gladiator on the PS1. And then you have Project Justice, which is a really rare and sought after game. I picked it up at a really good price. Don't mind spending a little bit extra on the Dreamcast stuff because I was trying to more or less complete my Dreamcast collection. We do have D2. Some more. Super Runabout. Time Stalkers, Charge and Blast. I believe. I don't know. That's Gigawing 2. Cannon Spike, another really rare game sought after for the Dreamcast. It's basically a shoot 'em up, bullet hell shoot 'em up, but you're on like either rollerblades or a skateboard or whatever that character has. You got Gunbird 2, Street Fighter 3 Double Impact, Street Fighter Alpha, Mars Matrix, Test Drive 5 Rally, Vanishing Point, Demolition Racers, No Exit, Pure Solar. This is actually an basically a aftermarket, I guess you'd say, game. It's it wasn't officially released, so you do have to have a region or a specific model to play it, model of the Dreamcast to play it, but most will play it. And then I've got Typing of the Dead. I found this at a really good price, so I had to pick it up. I have the keyboard, so you know, I thought, why not? I do want to get the other light gun games on the Dreamcast. I just haven't got around to getting them. They weren't really priority on my list, I guess, considering I wouldn't be able to play most of them. I do play these. You know, most of my games I do try to play, put in some time on them. I got the original Giga Wing, Rayman 2, Rogue Spear, actually a really beat up copy of Rogue Spear, Rainbow Six, Bangayo, that's a kind of pricey one. It's basically a port of an N64 game that was only released in Japan. Treasure Software is one that developed it. They've done a lot of great stuff. And then we got Silver. Crazy Taxi, the OG one. I don't have the second one. I need to get that one actually. Sega Smash Pack. Not exactly a great collection, just because the emulation's a little bit off on the game, or games. Mostly the sound. Of course, your web browsers. A couple of those. Believe it or not, I actually found some of this stuff at thrift stores, especially those web browsers. I actually find those all the time. We got some racing games for the Dreamcast. Dropless Street Racer, which actually became, on the Xbox, Project Gotham Racing. Test Drive 6, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 1 and 2. I really enjoyed these games. These are some of my favorite racing games. It's almost like a racing RPG. There's a lot of RPG elements to the game. You got Sega GT, Daytona USA, Sega Rally 2. It's a kind of a piss poor port, basically because they used the Windows NT and didn't really optimize it well. Test Drive Le Mans, we got Sonic Shuffle, Sonic Adventure 2, Gundam Side Story 0079, Jet Grind Radio, Armada, Evolution, The Far Off Promise, and we got some, these are two RPGs actually, which is, they don't really have too many RPGs for the Dreamcast. They did re-release these on the GameCube in a collection. I've heard that those are the superior version, but I haven't played them, so I couldn't tell you. You got Dragon Riders, Chronicles of Pern. Campy, kind of. Some people really like this game. I'm not a huge fan. Very low budget quality, I guess. But I mean, you know, then again, it was the late 90s, early 2000s, so I guess it does get a little bit of a pass. You got Elemental Gimmick Gear. It's actually a really good game, also one of the few RPGs that were released for the Dreamcast. Not my best copy. Not my best looking game, obviously. I need to get another copy of this. Skies of Arcadia, regular Lotus's War, Phantasy Star Online, and the second version, Grandia 2. Probably one of the better RPGs on the system, besides Skies of Arcadia. Grandia 2. Much better version than the one that was on the PS2, I believe. In my opinion, at least. Forgot about these games here. Got Ooga Booga, Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare, and Caution Seaman. This is the mic bundle. It has the mic in it. You plug into your Dreamcast controller. But that about does it for my Dreamcast collection. You guys have any questions, or you want to see me play some of these games, or you want me to go into more depth about any of these games that I've shown, please let me know. Alright guys, take it easy. Be safe.